This is a 702 open line. We're taking your calls on 011-883-0702. WhatsApps on 072-702-1702. And I'll come back to more of your calls on WhatsApps. I want to bring in Kaizer Kganyago now, who's the spokesperson for the NPA. Mr. Kganyago, thank you for joining. Good morning.
Good morning, Clement, and good morning to your listeners.
First of all, I'm just wondering, what is the NDPP thinking watching what's unfolding at the Madlanga Commission? And I'm asking that because, of course, public trust in institutions like IDAC or the NPA is so important. But when you watch senior investigators like that, who can't even explain the processes they've followed and are conceding to the mistakes that have been made in their prosecutions of cases, especially these crime intelligence cases, that concerns South Africans and it affects the trust. How is the NDPP dealing with this?
The NDPP obviously has been worried about this for a while now. And that is why he has indicated when he came back from overseas after the whatever happened in Brooklyn, you remember, he then took a decision that he is going to review all those cases that relates to crime intelligence, and then he'll put together an independent panel that is from external people who are independent from the NPA to look into all of those matters, understand them, and then give him advice on what the next step is going to be. And that he has announced last week Friday, when we were also announcing the ombudsman or the judge for IP to will also be taking complaints from the public. Therefore, those are the two measures that he has put in place, and then we hope that it will deal with that. Therefore, the individuals will have to deal with them in a different manner on a employer-employee basis.
Okay, so what this means then is that even the warrant of arrests that the IDAC sought are now going to be stayed until this review process is completed. So they can be effected on General Khumalo and the other crime intelligence officers.
Yes, they can be. And as you might know, he mentioned even at the press conference that the warrants are valid until they are cancelled by whoever has signed them, the magistrate that signed them or the equivalent, but they will be stayed until this process is done, because he has got to make sure that he understands what happened and he convinces himself that all the processes were followed properly.
And of course, ultimately, the buck stops with the head of this institution, IDAC, if there are issues here that need to be resolved or concerns. Has the NDPP met with Andrea Johnson?
Yes, he has met with him yesterday, but we meet all the time because Andrea Johnson is a part of the EXCO of the NPA by virtue of him being the head of the Independent Directorate Against Corruption. But he has met one-on-one with him yesterday.
Oh, so she's fine now? Because she was sick, was then rushed to hospital a couple of days ago.
Yeah, no. She's fine now. She came to the office.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Kganyago, thank you so much for making time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kaizer Kganyago, spokesperson for the NPA. I apologize for that. Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't hold it. This woman was sick to a point that she had to be rushed to hospital. When was it? Is it on Monday? And on Thursday, she's okay to be at work and meet with her boss? It's 20 minutes before 10 o'clock.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
I really think it's high time Andrea Johnson in particular faces a fitness, an inquiry into her fitness. Prince.
Maybe she will resign, Prince, because there were reports earlier this week that she is considering stepping down. And now, as you can hear from Kaizer Kganyago, who speaks on behalf of the NPA, the NDPP, Ndi Motibi, has met one-on-one with Andrea Johnson. I'm sure that meeting yesterday was not just a normal meeting, given what's transpired so far. So I wonder what's going to be her next step. By the way, to be fair, also on Andrea Johnson, the producers are telling me that her sick note said up to and including the 15th. So when was the 15th? 15th was on Wednesday, ne? So that means the sick note must have been from the Monday to the Wednesday. But remember, the impression that was created at the commission was this person was so sick that she had to be rushed to hospital. Like, you are so sick that you have to be rushed to hospital. Oh, and then after the day when she was scheduled to appear, well, then she's now back at work. She's fine. I wish the commission had asked her to come today or even yesterday, because then the sick note was up to Wednesday, unless, of course, they were scheduling, scheduling administrative issues that they couldn't resolve. But we need to hear from Andrea Johnson. And now that I've heard from Brian Padayachi, it makes sense why she suddenly got so sick that she had to be rushed to hospital on the day she was supposed to appear before the commission. Because how was she going to explain how she, as the leadership of the IDAC, said, go ahead, go charge the head of crime intelligence? How? I mean, now from a senior investigator, we're learning of the many mistakes that were made, the many irregularities. She was going to struggle. And maybe it was strategic that I'm going to get sick, and then I'm going to push the senior investigator to go take questions so that by the time I come, most of those issues have been ventilated, but she must still come and deal with tipping off Firoz Khan, because that's a serious allegation that there was a complainant, an assault complaint against Firoz Khan. And when she was a senior investigator or prosecutor, she tipped him off before the police even approached Khan for his own statement. The same way that Padayachi yesterday told the commission that Firoz Khan had sight of the statement of Mukwele, the woman who is now charged with corruption, who worked at BMW. And they were asking Haibo, how could Firoz Khan have sight of this statement when he hasn't provided his own statement? You can't do that. And the fact that they had to explain that to him as a senior investigator just tells you the crisis that we are in.